Hey, what's up YouTube? Alright, end of the season clean out, alright? I am going through my tackle box, trying to figure out what I've got, what I don't have, replacing hooks from all the nasty saltwater damage, and just kind of going to show you what's in my little waterproof tub that I keep all my junk in. So prepare for a bunch of rusty hooks and some bad tackle and stuff that needs to be replaced. Here we go. Alright, this just came out of the tank well in my kayak, and then this is my crate, and this is a little bag I keep up in the front hatch that I just cleaned out. Basically everything over here just came out of there, and I mean, this thing, basically you could pull it and it'll fall apart. One year, and I keep a lot of stuff in garbage bags for little wet weather storage, sometimes inside a wet weather bag, but it doesn't really work, maybe for like 1 or 2 trips, and then you better clean it out because the moisture stays inside of it. So, alright, so check this out. Alright, so I keep this up front, and it's probably not the best place to put it, but look at all the rust. See the rusted hooks? Getting the sunlight. Yep, see, everything's rusted out. So, the point of that is, these things say they're waterproof, they're not. And once any water, because if it's in the tank well, like inside your kayak, you're gonna get water inside your kayak if you're busting through waves and constantly out in the chop. And then that water gets in there and kind of like humidifies, and it gets inside these little bait holders. So don't think they're waterproof. And then once it gets trapped in there and you don't open it up, this is what happens right here. You see it? Hold on. Just rusts your hooks completely out. So I'm gonna go through and put new hooks on here. I'm gonna put little circle hooks on there. Better hooks anyways, and they'll last longer. But yeah, so I usually only keep one of these in my kayak, right? Well, that's all I really need, because I also keep them in this little tray inside the Hobie hatch that, you know, you can assort stuff, and it works pretty good. All right, moving right along. This is my little secret. Basically, this was a pre-workout container that I put my stuff in here that I don't want to get wet, and I just put it in my kayak crate. Just sits in there, and then I've got another one for my GoPro stuff. So I'm gonna show you what's inside this. All right, basically, you know, starting from the top, got some sabiki rigs. I usually keep all the rest of the junk in a couple Ziploc bags, which you can see got wet just from the humidity. And then in the bottom, we got more sabiki rigs. You can see all the sand inside there. Let's see it? Yeah, needs cleaning out. But as you can tell, I like to live bait fish. Lots of live bait sabiki rigs. Jig heads, which are all jiggled about. Because when you're like tying stuff on the fly, you can't stay organized. Look, got some extra treble hooks there. And hooks. So these kind of hooks right here are pretty good for, replacing hooks on your crankbaits and stuff. They work real well. 3 times, was this 3 times strong? No, these are just regular strong, I think. Yeah. And they last a while. Extra Ziploc bags for your cell phone, a must. Being that I'm not the most organized person on the planet, but this works, and I catch big fish. So, you know, you don't have to have all the gadgets and gizmos to put a whooping on the fish. I'm trying to do this with my cell phone, just a struggle. Alright, anyways, alright. Another good idea is to hang your gloves off the side of your crate, because it makes it easy to grab. You just spin back and grab them, and it allows for them to stay dry, because if you don't clean them and rinse them all the time and dry them, they'll rot. So I just have a pair of mechanics gloves from Harbor Freight, and they've lasted like 2 years now. I got them for like $3 on clearance for like Christmas one year or something. But here's how I do them. All right, see how these are just hung on here? I just flipped them through the little handle on the crate. Works stupendous, okay? Keeps them dry, keeps them out of the water, keeps them out of the water washing up on the side of the kayak, keeps them dry, keeps them from flying away when you're driving down the road. So try it, it works. All right, so put back together, my crate usually looks like this. Check it out. Do a 360 here. Sun's kind of giving me a bad glare, but moving around, you see my rocket tubes here. They work amazing, especially going under bridges, coming through the surf. I got my knife, got my tank here with everything in it waterproof. I really don't care about the rest of it. It's cheap or it's stainless steel. So yep, that's pretty much it right there, all the way around. Hey guys, just remember that your rig and your setup doesn't have to be fancy, okay? Like, I hardly ever use the little hatch thing in my Hobie. I usually just keep everything in here, and if it can't fit in here, I don't need to take it with me, okay? This thing will hold a lot of stuff if you organize it right, and you know, keep the handy dandy baits in here. Other than that, you really don't need it. I'm not a gear junkie. I never was in the military, and I'm not now. I know that my favorite baits for bottom fishing, I got my jigs. My favorite baits for, you know, mid-level fishing, I got my lipless crankbaits and crankbaits. Just a couple. The colors that work, that's what I'm keeping in here. A gotcha plug, a couple of topwater stuff, and that's really all I need. Got some gulps, and the rest is live bait. I'm gonna keep my sabiki rigs in here, and if it can't fit in here, my little free container here, I don't need it. And you know, so basically I can keep this in my little crate here, keep it in my kayak crate, and if I gotta change kayaks, all I gotta do is grab that thing, throw it in the back of the other kayak, I'm good to go. I don't have to take anything out of my kayak, because what was happening is sometimes I like to take my Quest out, sometimes I like to take my Outback out, and when I'm constantly going back and forth between kayaks, I wind up leaving the lures and the hooks that I need in the other kayak, and I get out there and it's a ruined day. So just, you know, keep it simple, stupid, you know, the way they always say in the military. Keep it simple, and, you know, keep it low-key, and I think you'll be a lot happy fisherman, because you really don't need all those random colors and all those crazy other baits. If they ain't biting, they ain't biting. Go out there, throw your best, you know, get in the right position, and, you know, that's really all you can do, and that's like 90% of it. So, but yeah, so you can see the nastiness that can develop inside your tackle box over the course of, you know, 6 months to a year. Being disorganized and not being, you know, basically when you're tying on the run and you're in rough water and you're constantly doing stuff on the fly, you're going to get unorganized. And as you can see, like, you're going to have jig heads that are going to be nasty, and you're going to have to replace these things. So you know, that also gives you a way to inventory your stuff. And little tip is, instead of going to the tackle store like 9 or 10 times during the year and wasting all that time and money, if you inventory your stuff on a regular basis, you can just put an order on Amazon, get everything you need up front, and that way you've always got a little stash of stuff, and you don't have to go back and forth to the tackle store, wasting time and money and gas. And so that's what I do is, you know, at the first of the year, end of the year, inventory my stuff, say, okay, I need some 4/0 circle hooks, I need some sabiki rigs, and I need some jig heads. Put an order on Amazon for the whole year, go ahead and get it in. It's way cheaper, it's way more effective. But yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram, Yak Motley on Facebook, and I'll see you next time. Later.